Hey guys, what's up? How ya doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new chapter of One Piece, which is on chapter 1141. This chapter right here was actually pretty cool. Well, only when we got to the second half, and then when it came to that ending, oh yeah, that's gonna happen. It's going to happen. If Oda follows the story of Loki, then yeah. Minus spoilers, but if anything else, let's just get this started. Nami gets upset and complains that she couldn't find any good treasure to steal. And of course Roto's like, "Hey, don't let it bother you too much, okay? I mean, it is what it is, but don't get so upset. Don't get so upset." That aside, we get to see Frankie talking to one of the Frankie talking to the giant girl who apparently is like telling him Ripley? Yeah, Ripley. Yeah, sorry. It's just her name. It's like I said, there's just so many what you may call it characters in the series that don't really have much of a impact for me to remember. So yeah, Ripley and Frankie talk about the Atom Tree and about the situation where it used to have a big village one time, but unfortunately there was lightning that struck the tree that time and it gotten up into flames and it was destroyed. So they end up having to cut the branch to make sure it wouldn't spread the fire out. By that time, I guess that's when the Atom Tree wasn't immune to fire that time. And of course, that's when Ripley says that Albaf's biggest weakness is fire and lightning, which apparently is pretty scary considering that that Albaf is surrounded, or its main source is a tree. So you could imagine like wildfires being a very devastating attack. Other than that, Nami reunites with Usopp. Usopp making a couple jokes and asks Jorul, "Hey man, you should take a look on Navigator. She's really cool, don't you think?" And Jorul's like, "Well, I'm only into older women." Usopp slaps the guy's sword saying, "Oh, come on, how could you will never find a good woman like that." Dory gets really upset and says, "Hey, you don't freaking touch the Elder Sword. It's gonna kill him." And then other than that, Brook is being a little drunk here and there. And Usopp is enjoying himself, which Nami's like, "Well, it can't be helped. This was his dream to come to Elbaf Island after all." And Jinbei's like, "Yeah, I guess so." And Sanji is saying, "Hey, what's going on? Where's Jerd-chan?" Which apparently we get to see Jerd and Road talk about the bodyguards of the castle, wondering what really happened. Road was trying to play it off not to talk about anything, maybe because he's not trying to snitch out or rat out Luffy and Zoro. Unfortunately, he got beaten up by Jerd-chan and says, "You know something? You better spill it," which apparently he will later on reveal it later off screen. Other than that, when it comes to the second half of the chapter, Luffy and Zoro goes to Loki's location where he's all chained up. Luffy wants to release Loki, obviously, because that has been his objective throughout this arc. Zoro, on the other hand, does not want to do it because how dangerous Loki can be. Even though Zoro is, hot-headed, he's not stupid, and he takes precautionary measures. And I gotta say, this is pretty intense. But other than that, we get to see that freaking Zoro decides to see if Loki's really injured or not, because that's what they found him in that state. And Loki's not faking it. So, whatever. We get to see that Zoro doesn't really care much, but he decides to go along with unlocking him, but he'll leave a sea stone around one of his legs just in case. But I don't know if that could go out well, but we'll have to see. If they find out we free Loki, they'll banish us. And Luffy's like, it's fine. If they banish us, they banish us. I'm thinking in my mind, dang, man. It is what it is. Whatever the situation over there, Luffy will not eat the animals or something like that has meat on them, stating that they're my buddies. I could go mountain hunting later. Other than that, Luffy wants to go find a doctor, but he gets interrupted by Harujin and then Jerd and then the other new giant warrior pirate members, Stanson, Rogue, Goldberg, and Jerd, Harujin. They end up meeting up with Luffy and they were close to falling down to the ground, but we have to it that Luffy managed to save him using his gum balloon. And we get to see Harujin ends up saying, "Thank you very much, you saved us, we are very grateful." Other than that, they end up telling Luffy, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now, do not release Loki, Straw Hat. You can't trust him at all. He's cunning, ruthless, trickster, black-hearted, and beyond redemption. Ever since we were kids, even when he did or said something nice, it was all a lie. He's a fiend who betrays others without a second thought. Loki's a threat to the entire world," but Zoro's like, "Well, you're a little too late because I unlocked his cuffs." And we get to see Loki rising up from his chains, with the exception that there's one sea stone, except one chain locked to his leg right now. And they go like, "Oh no, Loki's been released." And Luffy's like, "Hey, I could have sworn he was out cold." And we get to see Loki grabbing a weapon right now, and Ragnar's like, "Stop it, Loki, put Ragnar down." And the chapter ends off with Loki smiling in malicious and evilness, and that's it. Well, one thing for certain, it's obviously that Oda was not gonna kill Loki off. I mean, he made it look like he did, but Loki, who was mentioned about this in Big Mom's in the Whole Cake Island arc, and now he's being revealed now, and then what he does, he was too important to die or to be killed off. He has a role to play, and that's how Oda does it. He's not gonna kill someone off. He just likes to do things in a way that could be very tense, I guess. But depending on how it goes, it wasn't really that surprising, to be honest. Like I said, and repeating myself over and over again, I do apologize. Loki is too important. We don't know what his fate will be at the end of the Elbaf arc. He could either go out in the world, cause more trouble, or two, he could die at the end of the arc, which could be surprising, but could be fitting, depending on what Loki does at this point. Because next chapter is going to reveal, possibly show what he could do. Or maybe a backstory. We'll have to find out. Other than Loki being alive and now that he's free, except with one sea stone chain onto his leg right now, I am getting the feeling that if he wants to get out free entirely, I'm pretty sure he's going to cut off a leg, because he still has one sea stone chain cuffed to his leg right now. So he's even picking up a weapon called Ragnar, I believe. Hopefully that is the right weapon, because we'll have to see. So, in other words, without a lot of detail, Nami reunites with Usopp and the others, with the exception of Robin and Chopper and the others. But as for Zoro and Luffy, they end up going to Loki's location. Harujin and the others, Gerd and Rodo, shows up to Luffy's location. Luffy helps him, saves them from falling down badly. And Harujin's like, "Don't release him. He's really going to cause a lot of trouble," but it's too late. Loki getting ready to cause some mischief, and I look forward to it. So, at this point in time, I could finally guess, possibly, Ragnarok is going to begin. I mean, if Oda is going to follow the story of Loki in mythology, Norse mythology, Ragnarok is going to begin, because if he's a troublemaker and he's been causing a lot of crazy tragedy and dark moments and situations, Ragnarok is going to begin. So, Elbaf, goodbye, man. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll have to see, because Shamrock of the Fingerling, of the son of one of the current 5 elders right now, Fingerling Garland or something like that, he's ready to start some crazy trouble too. So we'll see how this turns out, but I'm pretty sure Loki will love to kill him, but we'll see what Loki can do. I mean, we did hear about some stories here and there about him, but who knows if he even he will stand a chance against Shamrock, because if Shamrock is as strong, or is the brother, which he is confirmed, of Shanks, twin older brother of Shanks, I'm pretty sure he's not someone that's going to be easily defeated either. So, looking forward to next chapter, and I'm going to look forward to see what Loki's going to do. That's it. So until then, see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!